you got to create your life the way you want it to be forever. If I didn't build my life to do that. So if I want my 80s to be prosperous and fun and loving and all that stuff, then I gotta do that stuff from today until I'm 80 to make sure that I maintain those relationships. So do you ever envy those so-called hashtag couples goals?
Well, when you first fall in love with someone, you get butterflies every time you see them.
You lust them.
You're infatuated with them.
You want to be with them all the time, like best friends.
Do you want that to last forever?
Together, let's discover what it takes to say a massive yes to all the above through our topical discussions, our world-renowned guests that will help guide the way to a happier, sexier, and fun-loving relationship.
We're not doctors or therapists. We are just two normal individuals who have had many ups and downs in our 23-year relationship.
And counting.
We've amassed our own wisdom over the years, but we're still learning, just like you.
Nina and I believe you can have it all and still live your best lives, as long as you're willingly and consistently discover each other in new ways. And that right there is what the show is all about.
We're Nina.
And Roger.
And this is
The Hannah Real Show. Yeah, baby. What are we talking about today, baby? How was your week first? Let's talk about your week.
My week, it was all over the place. It was great. It was exciting because the sun was out most of the week and the weather was above zero.
Which was a change for us because it was like minus fucking cold?
Yeah.
For the past
just
couple
a week.
Weeks.
Yeah, just a week, I think. It was just about a week was cold and it went down.
Yeah, we got to expect it. It is winter. It is January, almost February. So, we had a pretty damn good winter.
Listen, this January was the best January we've ever seen in Toronto. Last year, we had 28 days of January. It was dark and cloudy and miserable. This year has been totally the opposite. Yeah, we had a little bit of cold front, but it was sunny most of the day. So I loved it. I enjoyed it. And I had my period this week and I couldn't even.
Woo! Exciting. I was so happy about that.
But you didn't even notice because it was so beautiful out, the sun shining. So I felt good. But I was a little bit stressed out because my kids were having exams and they were stressed out. So I was a little stressed for them. But I think
I saw that this morning, actually.
We made do. What happened this morning?
Where you and my daughter had a little bit of a tiff.
Yes.
And then you walked out upset, but she also walked out to go do her exam. You know what I mean?
But I came in before that. So what happened was I'm on my period. And so is she almost. So we normally are in sync.
Such a happy household.
But she's late on her period. So it's early in the morning. And you know how I like my quiet morning. And she's asking me for something and I answered. And then I asked and her answer was no. Like she was not letting me listen. I said, my daughter's almost 17. She's a teenager. Wonderful teenager.
And her way goes.
Her way goes. Which I can't argue with because she is me. She is my fucking mini me. So my way has always been my way or the highway. It's always been,
I've been on the highway all the time.
Well, you always say what Nina wants, Nina gets. Nina always gets what she wants. So my daughter is exactly like me. So she's like, no. And I just lash out. I'm like, stop saying no to me. And she sort of turned pale, yellow, her face. And she just turned. And I just said, you know what? I need a minute. I went outside, took a breather, came back in.
I didn't see the come back in part.
I came back in and she says, Mom, I'm sorry. I said, I'm sorry too. I didn't mean to yell. It was over.
Okay. I missed that part. I must have been getting ready.
It was good.
Or taking a shit. It is the morning.
Most likely taking a shit because he's there all morning taking a shit.
That's it. It's my mornings. Meditation.
That's right.
Meditation with the pooperation.
This guy wakes up 6, 7 in the morning. We don't see him till noon. That's okay.
Noon. All right.
We need to start a show, baby.
I know. No. But I mean, I had a good week. We're not big into winter activities, but we went and did some skidoom with some friends. And even though we only went out for a few hours, it was fun. It was a change. Although I can't feel my lower back anymore. It's like I feel like I'm going to fold in half because of that
They're
pain.
definitely breaking apart. And
Slowly.
as soon as this guy turns 50, everything is breaking apart.
Everything's falling apart.
We had already agreed that if he turns 50 and doesn't keep up, then I'm going to trade him for two 25-year-olds. So
Maybe I need the break.
Close.
Maybe I need the break. We're getting some applications from 25-year-olds now.
I'm this close to trade this boy in. You better fix yourself, buddy.
That's it. That's what I'm trying to do. So 25-year-olds, send in your applications.
No, so let's talk about our weekend. We had a great weekend because we went up north with our best friends. We went snowmobiling. It was a last minute sort of decision we decided to go, but it was worth every second of it. It was 2 days, quick in and out. Got to hang out with my friends, whom I love. Had, a lot of laughs. We had a lot of drunken
drinks.
Nights.
Ouch.
Dancing around the fire. It was just like, no
outside.
makeup kind of cottage. It wasn't that cold. It was above zero.
It was nice.
And it was beautiful. It was
By a fire, it was
really
nice. I wouldn't want to be out there at night when it's cold, even if it's +1 or -1. I don't want to be outside in the cold.
Blah, 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 blah. It was a good time. It was a good
Yes.
time.
We had fun.
Really good time.
We had joy. We had fun. We had seasons in the snow.
That's our goal, to always have fun and enjoy life.
There you go.
No matter
There you
what
go.
we do.
Now we can get on with the show.
Let's do it.
Before we go on, get on actually, if you guys want to, a few people have been asking Nina about her food because she's been cooking a lot more often on social media. So if you guys want to follow us on any of those social medias, go to our TikTok where you see most of the cooking, go to her Instagram where she does everything else. And of course, check out our podcast. But if you listen to it now, but our YouTube and all that kind of stuff.
Subscribe, follow us, get to know us, stock everything that we're doing. You know what? We're going to be doing a lot more stuff this year. And why not jump in on the wagon and just see what we're up to and learn and enjoy the life with us, because we love our life. We love to enjoy our life.
And Nina's got an ebook on our website as well, free ebook.
That's right.
For clean eating.
Could you put all the links down below?
There is links. Always links.
All the links are down below, dudes.
The linkage are all there. So there you go. Now we can get onto her, because I've been meaning to say that. I wanted to say that at the beginning.
Let's do that.
So, what are we talking about?
My name is Nina, and I'm here with my gorgeous husband, Roger.
Forgot about all that ish at the beginning, but it's all good.
This is good. I love this.
Yeah, we're here. Head over here, show.
Yeah. Guys, today I want to talk to you about, it's January. It's the end of January. And, all the New Year's resolutions are fading off. But don't stop there. Like, legit level up and start living your life to its most beautiful life that you can ever create, because it's all up to you to create it. And today's episode, it's all about that. It's all about leveling up and making the most out of this beautiful life that we are so privileged to have, because, out of hundreds and thousands of sperms, we made it. You made it. So make the best out of your life.
Think about it. You could have ended up in a sock or at least tonsil or something.
That little dingly thing in the back of my throat just wiggled.
So, what is leveling up to you?
Well, leveling up is, trying your best to balance work, life, family, career, everything. Like we have so much time in our hands that you can get all this done. I was reading an article recently about someone had asked questions from people that were on their deathbeds, and they were asking them, what is one thing that you are most proud of, and what is one thing that you regret? And they asked these two questions of everyone that was, old age and about to pass away and all. And most of the answers, collectively were that the best part was obviously having the family and friends that they loved. But the regret part was that they did not spend enough time with those family members and friends that they love. Instead, they focused on their careers and business and making money, and that took them away from the most precious thing in life, which is our family and friends. So that hit me, and I'm like, that's a lot of people do that. I see a lot of people in our life that chase the money, chase the career, I always said accolades and fame and, Lamborghinis
And Escalades.
and Escalades and Rolls Royce and Rolexes. But at the end of the day, when you're on your deathbed, which we all are going, that's where we all headed, whether we like it or not, what do we take with us? Nothing but the love of the people that we love. Our children, our family, our friends.
Yeah. Well, you had sent me a few articles as well, and one of them was the gentleman that was talking was saying that, and I agreed 1,000,000% with it. Is when you start creating your family, you're in your late 20s.
Well, I was
early 30s. I know, but in general, yeah, in your late 20s, in your 20s or 30s, and that is also the time that you're building your career, you're building your life, you're building your
empire,
whatever it is. Even if you're you're a teacher or a nurse or an accountant, whatever you are, those are the years that you're working your butt off to try and make it in that field. So you tend to sacrifice so much time and energy, and not just time and energy, but just your overall daily mood. Like whatever happens at work comes home with you, and you take that out on your family, all that stuff. So you tend to spend most of that time doing those things as opposed to being with your family. And another part of that article, which kind of blew my mind, they said the first 10 years of a kid's life is the one where they need you the most. But I think it's even a little bit more.
I
Maybe
think it's
12.
between 7 and 14.
Yeah.
Between 7 and 14.
Even
that's
14.
the most important I've seen.
Yeah. But let's say with our kids, yeah, they're still but I'm saying, I think in general, like from the day they're born till they're 12 years old, you're the most important person in their life.
Absolutely.
After that, they start getting best friends, girlfriends, just
spouses, partners. They forget about their parents.
Yeah, I don't know if 14 were the spouse, but yeah.
Well, that's gradually.
Yeah, and they build their own family and their own careers and school and all that stuff. And you kind of fall to the wayside. They don't need you as much. They still love you to death, but they don't need you as much.
Because they're
independent. They're independent. They're getting their driver's license. They're doing all that stuff. I see it in our kids right now because they're at their age 15 and 16. So, daughter's getting her driver's license. She's got a job. My son's getting a job. He's getting his driver's license, getting it, relationships with friends and girls and all that kind of stuff. So you tend to kind of be their most important person the first 12 years of their life. And that's the time that you're sitting there trying to build a life so you can retire by the time they move out of the fucking house. You know what I mean? And it's one of those things where you got to really look at what's most important in what you're growing for yourself for the rest of your life. You know what I mean?
What are your values and your goals and how you want to build your life, right? Mm-hmm. You're young, you're starting a family, you're starting a career. Those are the golden era. They call the golden era between the 18 and 30. And you want to do everything. You want to have the career, you want to have a family, you want to have everything you could possibly have. And it's exhausting. It's so hard because you're all over the place. So how the heck do you balance work and family life, career and children, wife, husband,
and girlfriends?
But it's true. It's extremely difficult. We went through all of this. We had our babies when we were young. We started our career when we were young. Like Roger said, it all happened at once. But in relationships, when you're in love, it's easy. But when you're in a relationship long term, you have to really grow together, work together, be supportive of one another. Like when our kids were born, I had them back to back. Roger's in real estate. Our career just started. We're both doing real estate. I'm working from home, doing side hustling, hairdressing. I want to lose 80 pounds that I just gained with 2 years of pregnancy. How the fuck do we do this? Well, guess what? You just have to put down what's most important to you. What are your values? I wanted to get rid of all that weight. I wanted to show my children, even when they were a baby, that we are healthy, we are strong. Nothing can stop us. We can always get to where we want to go as long as we work together as a unity. He supported me working out every morning to lose that pound, and I lost it in three months because I'd get up at 5 a.m. I'd go to the gym, come back. He had the kids, make them breakfast, hang out with them. He'd go to work, come back. Like it was give and take between the two of us. We grew our relationship in every season of it. As hard as it was, we grew it together.
It was a hard sell for me, though. Like, can I go to the gym so I can get a hot body? Let me think about it. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. No, but this is the thing.
For me, can I go to work for 16-hour days so
we can have money,
a beautiful life? We can have money. We can put our kids
travel. We can do this.
School. We can travel, and we did. We did all of that stuff. We traveled since the kids were 1 and 2. We never stopped traveling. We took care of our body. We showed our children. Like I can talk about physical fitness for the rest of my life because it's the most important thing you'll ever do in your life. It's the life's best school. It's the best lessons that life will teach you when you physically put your body through hell, because you're mentally clear. You're full of endorphin and oxytocin. You make better decisions. You raise your children in a loving way.
Yeah. Well, your mind and your spirit and all that stuff is who you are, right? Your body is what you live in. So if you don't take care of what you live in, you're not going to be able to live for very long. So, I mean, my dad passed away at a young age at 54. I've always had that in the back of my head, never looking at it as a fitness standpoint because my dad was not overweight. He wasn't, actually he used to work out quite often. But he didn't take care of himself in other ways, like just the stuff that he put in his mouth or the stuff that how he ate, how he drank, everything. It wasn't very healthy. So,
unfortunately, he died at 54.
Yeah, but that's the lifestyle kind of brought him there. So we try and kind of look at our lifestyle and say, okay, well, what can we do so we don't end up, in a casket at 54?
I want to live as long as I can healthy.
Yeah.
And by working out, getting fit, you don't just feel better, you look better. Like 10 years of working out pushes you back 20 years. I'm not kidding, because I look back at our photos and our pictures and our lifestyle, the way we lived before. It wasn't that bad. We still worked out, but we didn't do it as well as we do now. We didn't eat as healthy. And we looked a lot older than we do now. I get it asked all the time, what are you guys, what are you doing to age backwards?
I don't even think,
out,
I know working out is a big part, but I think it's more than that. I know it's more than that. I know that the less stress you let bother you in your life, the better you'll feel, the better you'll look, the younger you'll look, just happiness. That's what I was going to say, that like the main course of all of this, of course, working out is in there, but happiness, being, having fun, being happy, enjoying your life. And this is what we were trying to get into with this, spending more time with your family and thinking of the important things in life is, thank you to the pandemic that happened. Because we've all learned ways that we can spend a little bit more time at home. There's many people that I knew that traveled, 6 months out of the year, broken up, or spent all of their time at the office, are now doing that half as much because the pandemic opened up eyes for certain things. I mean, there's certain, one of our friends used to go to places like Brazil and India and all these places, as a banker, training. Well, you can do all that stuff through Zoom. You can do all that stuff through, any kind of video calling, not marketing any of them, but you don't always have to jump on a plane and be gone for a week, away from your family, away from your wife, away from your life, so that you can deal with something that could be done, on a screen. Geez, it can be done daily on a screen as opposed to once every 3 weeks when you have to go down there.
But you just work it out. It makes you create better decisions in life. It's science. It's proven. Science proves it that by working out, you and struggling, you create oxytocin, which is a chemical hormone that brings you love and connection and joy. Like it's science. It's proven. So to me, working out it's not a brainer. Find a way to work out, get your body moving. I promise you're gonna feel better, look better, make better decisions, raise better children, have better sex with your partner. I mean, have a better career. You'll make way more money. We were in real estate, Raj and I, at the beginning when our kids were little, and
Still are.
And that's how we created. We had our kids and we had our career, and we just dived in all, hands and feet all in. And we struggled at the beginning because we'd work 16-hour days sometimes, but we knew it was for a short period of time. Yeah,
But I gotta say, in most cases, we were both home for dinner.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we were.
No matter what that time was, or that we always had time with the kids. Especially when we first started, when they were babies. Maybe I was spending a little bit more time out because I was just starting. So I
was at home with them for the first 3 years,
so
hands-on, full time.
So I was working a little bit harder then, but even then, I was missing a lot of things, and I didn't want to miss those things. So I made it a point to try and come home as much as possible. I know some people have jobs where they're out of the house in an office or whether it could even be in a factory or something that you don't have access to being able to leave and come home for dinner or do all that kind of stuff. But there are things you can do. You can send messages, little text messages, little to your kids, to your wife or your spouse, letting them know you're thinking about them, letting them know you miss them, letting them know that you're going to be home soon. I can't wait to see you. That kind of stuff. Somebody that asked me one time, and I think I said this in the podcast a couple times, but it's the truth. What is the one thing that you're most proud of in your life? And I know for a fact that you can ask my kids at any point in their life if they feel that their father loved them. And 1,000,000% they know. They'll answer yes. They're going to say that we had a spectacular relationship. We're amazing, all that stuff. I know that they're going to say that. Not all kids can say that. Not all parents can say that.
My daughter said that today. We went for to pick up some stuff, her and I, and she was like, I got to get out of this store. I'm having anxiety. I'm like, anxiety, where's that coming from? She goes, I'm like, you have to watch the words
use that
you
word
put on
a lot.
yourself. Yeah. I'm like, where's that come from? And she goes, I don't know, Mom. I grew up with the best parents. I had the best childhood. I had the best life. I get overwhelmed. So I'm like, you know what? It's okay. We'll figure this out.
It's the verbiage that everybody else puts out there and shows and all that stuff.
It's society. It's the world. Anxiety. This. That. She goes, but it's not like I'm depressed anxiety. It's just sometimes I get overwhelmed. Yeah. I'm like, you're a teenager. It's okay. It's fine. You're learning. You're trying to register all the information that you're learning in. And you're young, so I don't blame you for having that. I get overwhelmed with all the information that is out there, and I'm 47, so I can only imagine what your brain's going. But going back to raising happy kids and trying to balance it all, we used to work, yeah, but we were always on top of
We still work.
No, but
used to work.
I used to work all the time with you outside of the house, but we always try to balance it. We were lucky enough that we got help that helped us out, but it was because we had those values in place. We wanted to be able to work really hard when the kids were young, and then once they become teenagers, my goal was always to spend as much time with them as possible, to hold their hand. One, because teenagers are brutal, and I had to make sure that they were, going the right direction. And two, I didn't have I didn't live my life as a teenager. I lived my life as an adult when I was a teenager, taking care of my family and friends. So I never went to high school at the time that I was supposed to. So I wanted to see and feel the high school years through my children's eyes and their experiences. So I wanted to be here and hold their hands. Mm. As they were going to high school, COVID happened. My prayers got answered. I had manifested that.
You prayed for COVID?
No, I had manifested that I was going to be at home with my kids. I didn't care about money. I didn't care about the wealth. I didn't care about nothing. Even though we were making lots and lots of money in real estate. When the first year we got together, we started going up 20%, 30%. We kept climbing and climbing and climbing. As a team, we made amazing, amazing money. I gave all that up because I was like, the most important thing to me is my children. His income alone could take us a lot further than I could I could ever imagine. So it didn't bother me. We still traveled. We still did all of it.
It was thousands times more than what we were used to growing up. So
right, but the love and the fulfillment and the everything that I got from spending time with my kids and being hands-on with them, it doesn't amount to, I mean, no money can buy that.
Well, let me ask you this.
No money can buy that time for me.
Let me ask you this. I'll pay you 50 cents to stop talking. No. What do you see your life when you're 80? How do you see your life when you're 80?
I picture my life. I'm happy. I'm with you. We're both fit. We're both energetic. Our kids are around us. Our grandkids are around us. We see them all the time. Our friends and family are in our life. Our life is fully enriched with love and connection.
Okay.
That's all I see.
Good.
I've never seen anything beyond that.
The things you do now in your life are going to dictate what your 80s are going to look like. So here's a few things. You have a great relationship with your kids throughout their life, not just when they're kids, when they're starting a family, starting a career, all that stuff. They're going to be around with their grandkids visiting you all the time. They're going to can't wait to see you kind of thing. And they're going to probably want to live around you so that you have that more often as opposed to trying to escape from you. You want to sit there with your husband. You got to make sure that your life is great and fun and the least amount of stress as possible, that the stress that you guys put on each other. I mean, outside stress, it's hard for us as spouses to control, but you can definitely guide people through them and help them through it. But those things are basically the catalyst that will get you to your 80s, to your dream life in your 80s. Because if you're, a raging alcoholic now and all you want to do is party, you probably won't last till you're 80. And if you're married and you're doing all that stuff, you probably won't have a wife beside you when you're 80. If you do, it'll be like your seventh or third, the third or seventh. That's what I meant to say. You got to create your life the way you want it to be forever. If I didn't build my life to do that, so if I want my 80s to be prosperous and fun and loving and all that stuff, then I gotta do that stuff from today until I'm 80. To make sure that I maintain those relationships with my wife, with my kids, with my friends, with myself, my life, my
just like
health.
We did in our 20s. We made sure our kids were taken care of in every aspect of the way.
We said it many times when we were on this podcast, many times, that the thing that we said that we wanted and throughout our life is to always have fun.
That's right. And we did that with our kids from day one, and now we're enjoying how amazing they are. They're loving, they're kind, they're smart, they're bubbly, they're fun. They're not, I hear parents always complaining about their teenagers. Their teenagers are doing this. They're nagging, they're throwing fits, they're vaping, they're not listening, they're drinking, they're doing drugs, they're driving reckless. I see that all the time, and I'm like, how does that even happen? If you raise your child, if you pay attention to them, how she raises a human, and hold their hand throughout life and make sure that they're steered the right way, that's not going to happen. So I'm begging you, if you're a young couple and just starting life now, think of these things. Don't just jump on making money, career.
Think about it anywhere in your life.
Business. I'm saying if you're just starting out with a young parent, young parents, think of 10 years, 15 years, 20 years from now, what kind of relationship you want to have with your kids. And if you're in your 30s and your kids are preteens, think of it the same thing. What kind of relationship you want to have with your kids when they're in their 20s? If you're in your 30s, what kind of relationship you want to have with your kids when they're in their 30s and 40s? Think ahead. Think ahead and plan for the head. It is so important. Just don't neglect these things. Don't go after accolades and things that are not going to be worth anything, because nothing external will bring you happiness. Nothing. Sit down with yourself. Think deep inside. What is that expression? What pulls you? There's an expression that I can't think about it, but what starts your soul on fire or puts your soul on fire? I don't know how to say it. You're not helping me, but thank you.
I'm trying to think of it.
You think you would know
what ignites you?
Thinking, but you don't know what I'm thinking.
No.
Yes,
I know that's something that you always think that we don't know what you're thinking.
Work on that. Like life, there is balance. You can have it if you're looking for it.
Yep.
You know, like that. Whatever. Like if you're looking, if you're looking for brown in this room, you look. You know, you're gonna see brown. Even if there's no brown, you're gonna make a fucking brown. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's just that when you're looking for something, you'll find it. So look for the things that you want in your children, in your relationship with your partner, in your future, in your business, and everything, and you'll find it.
And I know that you had said, you know, when you're 30s and you're whatever, when you're starting, but also I'm 50 this year. Am I exactly where I wanted to be in life? No. Did I, fulfill all the dreams out of my life? No. But I can sit here and bask in it and blame myself and blame you and blame the kids and blame, the shit that happened to me when I was young for why I didn't get those things or get to fulfill those dreams or accolades or anything, and live the rest of my life in regret. You could sit there and live this, horrible life thinking I could have, I should have, I could have, I wish I did. Or you can accept that everything you have around you is yours. You have people that love you. You have, maybe you have kids, maybe you have a dog, maybe you have a cat, maybe you just have nice clothes. Whatever it is, be proud of what you have. Accept that this is where you are now. And if you want to change something, it's never too late. Change it now. What was it? KFC was in his 80s or something like that.
Yeah.
When he started his business, he probably never got to live to see the amount of success that it's had. But he did it. He made it, and it's still here now. And he's gone a long, long, long time ago. So, think about how grateful you are in terms of what you've done in your life up to now. I mean, think about it. You're still alive. I mean, you're not in jail, or if you are and you're listening to this, thank you for listening. Enjoy. But you're not going to be there forever, hopefully. And then think of what you see for the future, because it's never over. Never over. You don't want to, if you stop now, if I were to stop working now, then I won't be the fit, happy, go lucky 80-year-old. I'll probably be miserable because I'll be bored doing the same thing over and over again. Or you can sit there and say, okay, I want to map this next 50 years of my life this way. Here's what I want. I want to be able to travel with my kids. Or if my kids are working in the States, hey, I can go with them. I don't have to stay here. Or I can go there. I can go here. Whatever. You know what I mean? So don't give up on your life. Enjoy your life as much as you can while you're growing it, and enjoy it as much. Enjoy the things that you've created up until now, and enjoy the ride up until you're gone.
That's right. Because trust me, you'll be gone in no time. Like I see so many people that I went to high school with, or even a real estate business, and they're out there hustling, making tons of money, killing it in their career, but they're overweight. They have heart issues. They have diabetes. They have, they can't walk up and down the stairs. They have gout issues. I'm like, holy fuck, all these things, because health is the most important thing you can ever do for your life. When you want to balance anything, start with that. Start with your health. Start with, your body, your physical body, your mental body, and then your children and your husband and your spouse and your family. Everything else will fall into place, because that's what real joy is. These things, being healthy is joyful. It's happy, makes you have, happy thoughts. You give happy thoughts to your husband, you give it to your family, to your children, to the people you work with. It starts with that. But if you're overweight, or if you're sick or miserable, you're not good for anybody, especially not for yourself. So,
and if you have goals to change that, to get fit, or to have a happier life and enjoy your life a little bit better, then enjoy the ride getting there. Because yes, there's going to be a lot of steps you might have to take, dieting, exercise, all that kind of stuff if you want to lose weight. But if you want to be happier, you got to change a little bit up here, your mindset. There's a few videos that we put out there, and we'll probably put some more like TikToks and Instagrams, reels and stuff like that to show the difference of what your day could be by the choices you make during that day. You know what I mean? If you leave the house, like if Nina would have left the house when she was upset with my daughter, and my daughter would have left the house when when her mom was upset with her, then she probably wouldn't have done as well on her exam. She probably would have had in her head that she's stressed, that she's having this anxiety that she always talks about. She's having this, she's having that. Well, if you don't fix the things that are wrong and you let them dwell, then it's going to bother you.
Yes.
Bother your whole day, ruin your whole day. And we always say, don't let a minute ruin your 24 hours. It's because that's all it takes is 1 minute. Somebody cuts me off in traffic and it doesn't ruin my 24 hours, but it might ruin about a good 30, 40 minutes. And I don't like that. So that's something I need to fix in my life. So I got to sit there and say, when something like that happens, smile. It happened. Accept it. Go. Let it go. Because, you don't want to go through life. I mean, you come home from work pissed off at everybody that you worked with, and you're going to come home and be pissed off at your wife and at your kids. Like I had a messed up dream last night, and I literally woke up so mad at Nina. I was so mad at her. And
I didn't even know about this.
But I woke up, like this was, I don't know, 5 a.m, 4 a.m. I don't know what it is. I woke up mad at you at the point that I pushed myself away from you. You were hot and sweaty anyways, but I pushed myself away from you. I turned around and I was like, no, I was upset. And then I woke up a couple more times thinking how upset I was.
Can you tell me what this freaking dream was about?
I don't even remember most of it. I don't even remember most of it. I just remember that you disrespected me in some sort of way, and I don't remember what it was. But either way, I was pissed off at you. I was pissed off with some friends because I remember there was some friends in the dream. And then I sat there and I had to tell myself, okay, well, that didn't really happen. She's right next to me in bed. It didn't happen. It didn't happen. But I had to do it like
loving you.
I had to do it like 10 times. Tell myself that it didn't happen. So imagine if something did happen. Well, how long are you going to be upset for? How long are you going to let that affect your day? So, think about that. Just, I don't know. You don't want to be a grumpy old man, right?
If you work out, it won't happen. Get fit, get up in the morning, sacrifice your sleep. I don't give a shit what you have to do. Get to the gym. Get to the gym because that's what's going to get you to make a better decision in terms of your career, in terms of how you handle your children, and how you handle your wife. How you can handle everything else in life. Get fit, get fit, get fit. It's the best medicine. It's the best advice I will give you. I don't care how you do it, just do it.
Well, getting fit is important. Very, very, very important.
Very important.
Helps your mindset, and then you sit there and
it's everything.
Make better decisions throughout your day in terms of food, in terms of, how much you drink, how much you do everything. You know what I mean? Anyways.
Go to the gym. Give me just go to the gym once for 1 week every day. Get up early in the morning, go to the gym, and you see how as soon as you go, you'll be like, "Fuck, I'm winning, and then you're gonna start seeking for more winning things and circumstances and places, and that's how you're gonna win in life.
Gym, get some workout stuff. Actually, we were selling something over the pandemic. We still have some left. It was like a door workout system. You'll see it's very, very small. It's something you can put in there. It's on our website. You can go check that out. I'm plugging it only because I don't want excuses. I don't want people to sit there and say, I can't go to the gym for an hour a day. You don't have to go for an hour. You can work out for 10, 15 minutes. Get those apps on your phone to count your steps. Count your calories if you want, if you're trying to lose weight with food and all that stuff, and drink a hell of a lot more water in a day. And you'll see that you're gonna start to get to where you want to be. And if you think of it as a diet, you're never going to do it. If you try and do like this cabbage soup stuff and blah, 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 you might lose the weight for that time that you're dieting, but you're gaining it all back because you want to eat everything you didn't eat before. So just concentrate on changing your habits of how you eat, and it's not a diet.
That's right, baby.
Anyways, we've been going on and on and on. Like she said, we can talk about fitness stuff forever and ever and ever. But this here was more about getting kind of your life in order, kind of figure out what's most important to you. Because, listening to that, or reading that article and listening to the podcast that we were listening to lately about this kind of stuff, even the movie we watched, my mom got me to watch this Queen Pins. And it's some older actresses. I don't remember who it is, but they're, big actresses, and they play 3 or 4 ladies in an old age home. And one of the comments the girl says is when she got there, she goes, "Oh my God, all this drama. It's like high school." She goes, "Well, it's different than high school because after high school, you graduate. After this, you die." So it's one of those things. Create the life that you want and have the people around you that you want to have around you. And happiness will be around you forever.
Joy, happiness, bliss. It's all around us. We have to just create it and let it out and enjoy it. And chase that instead of chasing everything else. That's how you find your balance. Working out, being with your friends and family, have the same growth mindset in your relationship with your partner.
Do it with happiness. Enjoy the ride.
Be present for your children and watch your life blossom. I mean, fuck, look at us. I'm not saying we're the best, but we have made many mistakes in our journey, but we love everything about it.
There's so many people out there that are way richer than us. There's so many people that are way better looking than us. There's so many people out there that are doing, great things in their life. There might be people who are way happier than us. All that I know is that I am where I am. I am happy where I am. Could I have wanted more? Absolutely. Who wouldn't want more? Who would want to have to worry about having to chase a deal here and there? But at the same time, it's part of the excitement. So I don't know. I don't know what I would be like if I was uber successful. No, but if you really think about it, you don't know where you would be like if you're really, really successful. Some people sit there and look at their goals and they fight for them. And then once they reach them, they're depressed as hell.
We are uber success, baby.
Yeah, in our own right.
It's not about wealth and money.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Success is about everything else.
That's where I was getting.
And I believe we are the most successful couple, family on the planet Earth, period. And if you don't believe me, follow my Instagram stories and, our TikToks and all that stuff, because I try to put everything out there just to show you that you can live the best life with the way you want it, the way you, on your own terms, with whatever you're making. It doesn't have to be billions of dollars. It could be as little as I don't know, freaking 50 grand a year. I don't know.
Maybe this stuff,
make it. You want to make your life.
Maybe the stuff that we're doing or having fun with isn't what you consider fun or whatever. But it is for us. We created that for us. We wanted that kind of life for us. So if yours is something different, then just make yours different so you can say that you have the best life in the world. You can tell people you wish them what you have. And what that means is happiness. You're content with everything that's around you, even though that word can be a bad one, content. But I don't regret anything I've done. Because if I did, I might not have what I have now. If I would have started a multi-million-dollar company, maybe I wouldn't be with you. Maybe I wouldn't have seen my kids. Maybe I wouldn't, live this life.
I had a friend a long time ago who was very, very big in what they did for their job, for their business, making millions of dollars, talking to top financial people in the world. That person was sick. That person had hives all over their body at all times, was stressed, was losing their hair. It wasn't, you can make a lot of money, but at what expense? What expense? I don't know. You choose whatever fun is for you, however life you want it for you. But I honestly, at the end of the day, believe you have to follow your heart and your gut and whatever makes you happy. And for that, we wish you what we have.
Yeah, baby.
If you enjoyed this episode of the podcast, please hit subscribe and give us a 5-star rating on whichever platform you're tuning in from.
It means the world to us to have your support on our show in this little mini way.
You can also stalk us on Instagram at Head Over Heels Show for more juicy stuff.
If you have any questions, send them via email at us@hohshow.com or DM us on socials.
Thank you for having us between your ears. And as always, we wish you what we have.